today we'll be printing the logo of the university which we modeled. And here's the voxel dense additive software which we use in order to add supports and make sure that the model is positioned accurately. And after voxel dense additive, we'll move to HBD Build Expert, where we're actually setting the path for the laser. So here we export the part. We imported it as an STL file. And the export is also as an STL file. The next step is we launch the HBD Build Expert software. So first of all, we choose the equipment which we're using. So in our case, this is the HBD 350. So we choose the file at which we've just sliced. And the next step for us is to set the path for the laser. We'll use the thickness of 50 microns for printing. Here you can see the layer preview of each layer that we are printing. And here we can see the path of the laser. Each line represents the laser path. And finally, we export the model for printing. In terms of the file transfer, you use a USB drive, transfer there, and install the USB drive into the machine. The file format is H3D, which is the file format recognized by the machine's interface, which is the HBD system, a separate software system used to operate the machine. So in total, you would normally expect to engage 3 software suites. The first one is your CAD software, for example, SolidWorks or AutoCAD. Then you would move it to voxel dense additive, where you set the supports and the positioning of the model. Then you transfer it to HBD Build Expert, where you're setting the path for the laser. And finally, we power on the machine, we click IPC and wait for 3 seconds in order to engage the interface of the machine. So the next step is we launch the USB drive into the interface. As you can see, it has been recognized by the system. Then a very important detail is we transfer the HVD file onto the PC itself. We cannot launch the print from the USB drive. This may cause problems in the future. So first of all, we transfer the file onto the PC itself, and then we launch the software called HBD System. And in order to start the print, we click System, Add Task, find the file which we just sliced, and it has been successfully imported. So here, once again, you can engage the layer view and see how each layer is being printed. Also, you can see the thickness and how much powder we supply at each layer. So in this particular case, the thickness is set to 50 microns and the supply of powder is 100 microns. If you want to change the supply of powder at a particular stage, for example, if the build was large at the beginning and became thinner at the top, we can change the supply of powder from 100 microns to 50 microns in order to make our use of powder more efficient. In addition to this, we have the function of removing the oxygen, so auto new oxygen function, where we engage the external purifier. We have the function of starting the laser in order to launch the print, the function of turning the lights off in the build chamber, turning on the heating of the heating build plate. So the next function allows us to check whether the data has any problems. And the final one is to reset the view. So here we go back to our original view of the model.